Yeah.
Since wowing critics and audiences with a breakthrough performance in Martha Marcy May Marlene, Elizabeth Olsen's on-screen repertoire has flourished to include comedy, horror, and a superhero franchise. In I Saw the Light, Olsen stars as Audrey, the beleaguered first wife of country western legend Hank Williams. Lizzie dazzled a room full of SCAD performing arts students with her acumen and advice.
You have to really just be cool with yourself.
And then joined me in the studio. Thank you, Lizzie, for being here at the Savannah Film Festival and for bringing your film.
And thanks for having our film.
Nothing better than a great story, a real story, a true story. You play Audrey. I mean, tell us about Audrey. What a complex woman.
When you start doing research about her, she wasn't put in a kind light. And so I could see when I read Mark's script before having done research, Mark Abraham, our writer-director, I could see how that is the role she played and who she was, but at the same time, I don't think being an opinionated businesswoman at that time would ever have been taken.
No, it wouldn't have been appreciated. And she really made their career.
She was the one who made all the phone calls to the radio stations. She tracked every song. She ran it like a business. You can say that she was difficult and argumentative, but she was dealing with a man who was an alcoholic and addicted to painkillers.
You love me?
I really just wanted to defend her reputation a bit, because no one really has.
Do you actually sing? Because you sing in the film.
I grew up singing.
So you hit this perfect balance in this film, though, of being, believable and good, but not so good.
There are huge moments in the movie that have to do with her not being a great singer, but she isn't so bad that she undermines Hank allowing her to sing with him on stage.
Your first breakout film that was at Sundance.
Yeah, Martha Marcy May Marlene. That whole experience was really fascinating because it was only my second film. I didn't really know how films are made. So there was this really amazing innocence that I feel like you don't get many times making a movie, where you don't think about an outcome. For me, making this film, I was just completely ignorant of everything else, and it just felt like all I was there to do is tell a story.
Martha, just because we're sisters doesn't mean we need to talk about everything that comes into your head.
The Avengers, yes. I mean, wow. What new are you going to bring to Scarlet Witch?
You see some new stuff in Captain America Civil War, but I think in Avengers 3, we're going to be a little bit more creative and bold. The directors empower you to take ownership of your character and to challenge what's on the page. If you think your character needs a different kind of development, it's an exciting group of people to be a part of.
You gave our students some good advice about auditioning today. Yeah. Kind of coming from a place of power and bringing your own influence to the whole process that can be terrifying.
My high school drama teacher, Josh Adele, who was the person who gave me the confidence just to continue to study, he said, think of it as an opportunity to share your acting with someone new. Yes. Just think of it that way. And it's kind of a broad way to look at it, but it felt more like a generous thing than a scary, judging place. Well, someone, I guess, at the class today asked what from theater training makes you that you bring to film, and the first thing I could think of is stamina, because your mind has to have the stamina to be able to hold a lot of information for a certain amount, for 2.5 hours, basically. You have to be hyper aware of hitting your mark. You have to be aware of pace, the speed. If you're slacking, you gotta be aware of that. With something like a Marvel film, I've waited in costume from 7 a.m. until 2 o'clock after lunch until I actually get to work. You're going through so much material in one day. To have the stamina to be able to just repeat the same maybe 3 minutes over and over and over and over again, and try and make them better and still be focused with it. It's kind of a Zen thing, because you get so obsessive and present with one thing that everything else in the world just disappears. It's such a gratifying feeling. And so many good life skills come out of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Lizzie, for being here at SCAD and for being here at the Savannah Film Festival and for spending time with our students.
That's great. I mean, this has been such a nice festival to be a part of.